my name's Sarah MacKenzie. I'm a college student, and last week you guys saw on Facebook an easy, simple way to share your 15-second testimony. I'm going to show a method called the 3 circles to follow up with that to share the gospel after your testimony. So my 15-second testimony is that before I met Jesus, I found my happiness and my joy in what people thought about me. But now that I met Jesus, I can find my worth and my joy and my happiness in what I know that God says about me in His Word. And then you ask, do you have a story like this? And then we can transition into the 3 circles. The 3 circles is a simple tool that you can share on a napkin at work, at lunch, when you're getting coffee with your friends. It takes maybe 5 minutes and it's super simple. And so it goes like this. We all agree that the world is broken, right? So what are some examples of brokenness? There's murder, there's hate, there's greed, all these broken things. But there was a time when the world was not broken and it was in God's design. But something called sin entered the world. A basic definition of sin is doing something that God tells us not to do. And so once sin entered the world, it became broken, and we tried to get out of this broken world through relationships, through lots of money, through a good job. But none of these things are bad, but they have this rubber band effect that pull us right back into the brokenness. But God gave us a way out of this broken world through Jesus. So God sent His Son Jesus down. He lived a perfect, sinless life. He died on the cross for our sins, and then on the 3rd day, He rose again. And so how we get out of this brokenness isn't through relationships or a good job or lots of money, but it's through Jesus. So once we turn from our brokenness and then believe in what Jesus did for us on the cross and through His death and resurrection, we can make Him the King of our lives. And then we can accept the forgiveness that we have through His death and resurrection, and then grow into God's design. We can't attain God's perfect design here on earth because we do live in a broken world, but we begin to grow and pursue it. And then once we're growing and pursuing God's design, we're commanded to go back into the broken world to tell them all about what Jesus did for us on the cross. And then you ask your friend, where do you see yourself in this picture? And if they say that they see themselves in the broken world, you can ask, do you want to stay living in this broken world? Or do you want to learn more about turning and believing and growing in God's design? And if they do, that's where the discipleship process can begin. Thank you.